Hello students, welcome to session on averages. This session we will take up basic concepts of averages, what are the basic rules of averages, and we will also look at few examples. Now while solving the questions, we will focus both on traditional approach as well as the shortcut method or alternative approaches to be followed in your examination. Now, averages topic you come across in your individual quant questions. Maybe you take your IBPS PO prelim exam or main exam, SBI PO prelim and main, IBPS clerk prelim main, SBI clerk prelim main, other bank exams. You will find individual quant questions, right? About 5 to 15. In those questions, depending on number of questions, you can expect one or two questions from this averages topic. Now, the point is these concepts of averages are helpful to solve those individual quant questions. Also, these concepts are useful for your data interpretation also. Now, let us begin this averages session. We will start with basic formulae. What is average definition? Sum of n numbers divided by n. Let's say there are 10 numbers, for example. How will you find out average of those 10 numbers? We will add all the 10 numbers, sum of those 10 numbers divided by 10. Divided by 10, the number of numbers. So, sum of n numbers divided by n. Now, from these students, can we say this? Sum of n numbers is average into n. Now, here, if I want sum of n numbers, it is nothing but send this n this side, average into n. Now, look at this. N is nothing but number of numbers, number of items, sum of n numbers by average. So, if you remember this formula, average is sum of n numbers by n. From this, we can find out sum of n numbers. That is nothing but average into n. We will send n this side. Similarly, if you want n, bring average this side. N is nothing but sum of n numbers divided by average. So, your basic formulae are these three. Average is sum of n numbers by n. Then sum of n numbers is average into n. N is nothing but sum of n numbers divided by average. Let us start our discussion using a simple example. A student scores 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 marks in 6 subjects. Find the average marks scored. Find the average marks scored. How will you find out average marks, students? Sum of these numbers 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80 plus 90 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So, how much is this? 150, 220, 300, 390 upon 6. 6 6 are 36, 36 5 is 30. The same thing I have shown here. Average is sum of n numbers divided by total number of numbers. So, 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 70 plus 80 plus 90 divided by, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers here. So, divided by 6. So, sum is 390 by 6. It is nothing but 65. It is nothing but 65. Now, the same average, maybe you might have come across this, we can solve using our deviation method. So, what is deviation method? Now, let us not get into the detailed mathematical formula, sigma n is equal to 1 to n, this, that. No, let us not get into all those details. The same thing, the same formula, I will try to explain you using a simple example. The same example we will take, we will see how can you get average using a deviation method. Now, you can see here, students, the marks 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. What is my smallest number? 40. What is my highest number? 90. Now, you have to select an assumed average. You have to assume certain number as average. Now, you can assume any number as average. There is no restriction on that. You can take 40, you can take 50, you can take 60, you can take 70, 80, 90. Apart from this, you can take 100, 110, 120, or you can take 20, 30, you can take 1000. Doesn't matter. You can take any number, but preferably, it is suggested that you select a number among the given numbers. Condition is it should present between smallest and highest. Why it should present between smallest and highest? I'll explain after little while. Right? So, let us take any number between smallest and largest number as reference and write deviations, find the average of deviations. Now, what is that? Let us explain. So, smallest number is 40. What is my highest number? 90. As such, you can take any arbitrary number, but our suggestion would be try to select a number from the given numbers. Preferably, it should present between smallest and highest. Why? I'll explain that. Now let us assume our average as 60. Let us assume our average is 60. So I'm saying that I'm assuming that average of the 6 numbers is 60. So what will we write? We will let 60 plus, we will take the deviations. So that is why it is known as deviation method. So from the remaining numbers, how this particular assumed average is deviating. Now if you see here, assumed average is 60. So what is the first number? 40. What is 40 minus assumed average 60? Minus 20. You have to be careful. Minus 20. 50 minus 60 is minus 10. 60 minus 60 is 0. 70 minus 60 is 10. 80 minus 60 is 20. 90 minus 60 is 30. Now, why we are telling you take a number between smallest and largest is here your positive. If you take a number between smallest and largest, your positive and negative deviations get cancelled. So your calculations will become easy. Minus 10 plus 10 will get cancelled. Minus 20 plus 20 will get cancelled. So what is left out now? 60 plus 30 by 5. So 30 by 5 is nothing but 5. Sorry, 60 plus 30 by 6. 30 by 6 is nothing but 5. 60 plus 5. My average is 60. So you can take any number, not necessary from the 6 numbers, you can take any number, but preferably if you select a number from the given numbers, your calculations would become easy. Your deviations, positive or negative deviations will get cancelled. So generally deviation method, you can take any, you can assume any number as average, but preferably select a number from the given numbers. So 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, preferably select a number which is between smallest and highest so that our negative and positive deviations get cancelled. Now friends, see here, you can always take any number. After this session, you take 40 and solve, 50 and solve, 60 and solve, 70 and solve. You are going to get the same answer. Let us assume average is 70. Now what are the deviations? 70 is my assumed average. 40 minus 70 is minus 30. Okay. Then 50 minus 70 is minus 20. 60 minus 70 is minus 10. 70 minus 70 is 0. 80 minus 70 is plus 10. 90 minus 70 is plus 20 divided by 6. Minus 20 plus 20 plus 10 minus 10 is getting cancelled. 70 plus, we are having minus 30 by 6. So this is becoming 70 minus 5. We are getting 65. Same thing. So deviation method is we will assume certain number as average, preferably from the given numbers. It should be between smallest and highest such that your positive and negative deviations get cancelled. You assume that number as average and you take the deviations from the rest of the numbers. So this is other method of calculating average. One, directly sum of n numbers divided by n, or if the numbers are 4-digit numbers, then definitely deviation method will help you. If I give you 1440, 1560, 1616, 1789, then what happens is deviation method will come in handy. If you practice, this would be a better approach. Right. The same question, what is an alternate approach? Let us hear alternate approach to solve the question. So what are my numbers, students? If you observe here, our numbers are 40. These are the numbers we have taken. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now you observe here, difference between second number and first number is 10. Difference between third number and second number is 10. Fourth number and third number is 10. Fifth number and fourth number is 10. The sixth number and fifth number is 10. That means I can say here each number is increasing by 10. 40 plus 10, 50. 50 plus 10, 60. 60 plus 10, 70. 70 plus 10, 80. 80 plus 10, 90. So each number, the set of numbers, each number is increasing or decreasing by same value. We say that given numbers form arithmetic progression. The given numbers from arithmetic progression. Right? Don't worry what is arithmetic progression, we will discuss. Let us not get into all details of arithmetic progression. So each number in a set of numbers increases or decreases by same value. We say that the given numbers are in arithmetic progression. So 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 are in arithmetic progression, common difference between consecutive terms. That is what we have seen. Each number is increasing by 10. Now, when the given numbers are in arithmetic progression, average is given by first term plus last term by 2. Now, what is my first term? 40. What is my last term? 90. 40 plus 90 by 2, 130 by 2, it is nothing but 65. Right? Now, use here 40. I'll tell you one more point. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now, it is first term plus last term by 2. Or you can take second from the first, second from the last. See what will happen if I take second from the first, second from the last. 50 plus 80 by 2, 130 by 2, it is 65. You can take third from the first, third from the last. 60 plus 70 by 2, 130 by 2, it is 65. So first from the first number plus last number by 2, or second from the first, second from the last by 2, third from the first, third from the last by 2. So sorry, so this is alternate approach. So each, if you can see, the numbers are in arithmetic progression. So each number increases or decreases by same value, then the given numbers are in arithmetic progression. When the given numbers are in arithmetic progression, average is given by first term plus last term by 2. Let us take second example. A student scores 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95 marks in 6 subjects. Find the average marks scored. Now, you can take sum of n numbers by n, or you can take deviation method. Now, look at your alternate approach here. We have discussed this, right? 45, 55, 10 difference, 65, 55, 10 difference, 75, 65, 10 difference, 85, 75, 10 difference, common difference, 95, 85, 10. That means 45 plus 10, 55. Each number is increasing by 10. 55 plus 10, 65. 65 plus 10, 75. 75 plus 10, 85. 85 plus 10, 95. Each number is increasing by 10. Each number is increasing by 10. So, here the given numbers form arithmetic progression, AP. When the given numbers form arithmetic progression, we know average definition, first term plus last term by 2. So 45 plus 95 by 2. So 140 by 2, we get average as how much? 70. We are getting average as how much? 70. Right? So first term, the given numbers from arithmetic progression, each number you can see here, common difference is 10. Each number is increasing by 10. The given numbers from AP. So it is first term plus last term by 2. Now, one more important point, student, here. If you observe these set of numbers here and these numbers, if I write these numbers here, 40 in my previous example, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. These are my 6 numbers earlier, and these are my new 6 numbers. 40 and 45, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more, 5 more. If you corresponding numbers in this second example are 5 more than the numbers in the first example. So first number, if you take, my first number is 5 more here, second number is 5 more here, third number is 5 more, fourth number is 5 more, and my last number is also 5 more. Now what is my average here? 65. What is my new average here? 70. My average is also increasing by 5. Right? That means each number is 5 more than each of the numbers in the previous question. Average is also 5 more. So this is an important point. Now, let us here, I'll tell you one more point here. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now, let us say these numbers. I'll decrease 5. Each number is decreased by 5. 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. So, you can see here each number is decreasing by 5 with the corresponding respective number in the first example. Each number is 5 less here, right? Now, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, these numbers are in AP because common difference is 10. So, first term plus last term by 2, 35 plus 85 by 2, 120 by 2, it is 60. Now, when each number is decreasing by 5, my average is 65, now it is 60, my average is also decreasing by 5. My average is also decreasing by 5. Similarly, each number gets multiplied by a certain constant. Let us say 40 into 2. How much? 80. Then 50 into 2, 100. 60 into 2, 120. 70 into 2, 140. 80 into 2, 160. 90 into 2, 180. 80, 100, 120, 140. Again, these numbers are in AP. So, first term plus last term by 2. 80 plus 180 by 2. So, 260 by 2, it is 130. What is my average here? 65. Each number multiplied by 2, your average is also getting multiplied by 2. So 65 into 2, my average is 130. So you observe this, student, these are important points in averages. When each number, when you take your first example, second example, each number is increasing by 5, then you observe that my average was 65 earlier, now it is 65 plus 5, 70. When each number is decreasing by 5, earlier my average was 65, when each number is decreasing by 5, average is also decreasing by 5, it has become 65 minus 5, 60. Now each number multiplied by 2, your average is also getting multiplied by 2. So kindly make a note of these points. These are important points to remember. Value of each item increased by same value P, then average of the group of items will also increase by P. Right? You got the point? So each number is increasing by p, your average also increases by p. Converse is also true. Average increased by p means we can say that each number also increased by p. Right. Now, the value of each item is decreased by p, the average is also decreasing by p. Each item is multiplied by p, average also gets multiplied by p. Similarly, each item is divided by p, p not equal to 0. Division by 0 is undefined, right? So, p not equal to 0, then average of group of items will be divided by p. So, these are important points to remember. We have seen with examples, right? When each number is increasing by 5, average has increased by 5. Each number decreased by 5, average has decreased by 5. Each number gets multiplied by 2, average also gets multiplied by 2. Similarly, each number is divided by p, average also gets divided by same value p. So, these are important points to remember. Right. Next point, average of group of distinct items will always lie between, okay, the smallest in the group and largest in the group. That is, average will be greater than the smallest value, less than the largest value. This is important. Let us say 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. What's the average? We have got 65. So what I'm trying to say is average of, when you calculate average for certain distinct numbers, the average always lies between smallest value and highest value in the group. So what is my smallest value? 40. What is my highest value? 90. Lies between does not mean it's a middle value. It will lie somewhere between smallest and highest. Now, I can say when you compare average, your smallest value will be least and highest value will be highest. So average will be greater than smallest value and it will be less than largest value. 65 is more than 40 and 65 will be less than 90. Now, one more point I would like to add, it will help you while solving data interpretation questions. When compared to average, lowest value will be always least and highest value will be always highest. When compared to average, lowest value will be always least and highest value will be always highest. Right? Now say, what is my average here? 65. When you compare with average, which is least? 40. When you compare average, which is highest? 90. So your lowest value, because average lies between smallest and highest, it is greater than lowest and less than highest. Average, when compared with average, lowest will be always least and highest will be always highest. Right. So these are important points, students. Now let us take up question number 1. Having understanding these concepts, whatever points we have discussed now, we have seen those basic concepts now. Let us take up few examples. We will solve these questions using your traditional approach as well as using your shortcut method or alternative approaches also we will see while solving these questions, students. First question, the average age of 25 students is 16 years. Find the average age if a teacher aged 42 years is included. Okay, let us solve this. Now, those who are watching the video, if you want to try for yourself, you can pause the video. You can solve the question, then you can continue with the video, students. Average age of 25 students is 16 years. So, total age of 25 students. What is average? Sum of n numbers divided by n. So, what is sum of n numbers? Average into what you call n numbers. So 25 students, average is 16. So average 16 into n, average into n, number of students 25. So it is 400. Now what is happening? Find the average age if a teacher aged 42 years is included. Now we are adding teacher to the group. What is teacher's age? Teacher's age is 42 years. When we add teacher to the group, what will happen? 400 plus 42, new average when you are finding out. What will be the total age? 400 plus teacher says 42, 442 divided by how many people? Already 25 students are there, we are adding a teacher, so total number of people will be 26. So what will happen? 26, once 26, then how much is left over? 182, 26, 7 times. So new average will be 17 years. 17 years is present in fifth option. So we are finding out total age of 25 students. What is average definition? Sum of n numbers divided by n. So what is total or sum of n numbers? Average into n. So average is 16 into, we have 25 students, total 400. Now teacher is, we are adding teacher to the group. So teacher's age is 42 years. So 400 plus 42, 442. New average is total or sum of n numbers is 442 divided by number of people. 25 students plus teacher, it is 26. So 17 years. 17 years is present in fifth option. Now, let us look at alternate approach to solve this particular question. Now, using the same rules, those 4-5 rules which are discussed, we will apply those rules, we will try to solve this question, right? Now, here 25 students average is 16 years. 25 students average is 16 years. Now, if a teacher aged 42 years is included, now let us say teacher's age, we are adding to the group is 42 years. This 42, let us say, I'll write like this, 16 plus 26. How much is 16 plus 26? 42. Let us say 25 students average is 16. I am adding teacher to the group. Teacher's age is also 16. 25 students average age is 16. We are adding teacher's age. Teacher's age is also 16. What will be my new average? Correct. New average will be 16 only. Because when will your average change? A group of people are here, 25 students, their average is 16. Now, when will your average change? If I'm adding certain 1 people or 2 people or 10 people, if their average is 16, group average is 16, new group we are adding 1 people or 2 people, their average is 16, then overall average will still remain 16. When will your average differ? When the new group, single person or 2 persons or 10 people, when you are adding new persons, if their average age or if their age is more than average or less than average, your average is going to differ. Now I am adding teacher. What is teacher's age? 42. So 16 plus 26. In case teacher's age is 16 years, the overall group age will become 16. But teacher's age is not 16. Teacher's age is 42. That means 16 plus teacher is carrying how much extra to the group? 26. So when you are adding teacher to the group, if teacher's age is 16, overall average will become 16. But how much we are taking here? We are taking teacher with 42 years. So how much extra age teacher is taking? 26. This extra 26 years, you have to distribute among the people in the group. How many people are there? Don't say 25. 25 students are there. Now teacher is getting added to the group. Now total number of people in the group will be 26. Now there are 26 chocolates. You have to distribute to 26 students or 26 people. Each one will get how much? 1. So 26 years teacher is carrying extra. Average is 16. Teacher is 42. 16 plus how much extra she is carrying? 26. These 26 when you divide among group people are not 25. 25 students plus 1 teacher, 26. 26 years when you divide among 26 people, each person will increase by or getting how much extra? 1 extra. If each person is getting 1 extra, average will also increase by 1. So what was my initial average? 16. Now average is increasing by 1. My new average should be 17 years. Fifth option should be my answer using that rule. Each quantity is increasing by P. My average will increase by P. So here teacher 42 years is getting added to the group. 16 plus how much extra teacher is carrying? 26. These 26 you have to be careful. You have to divide among 26 people, not 25 people. Teacher is also in the group now. So total 26. 25 students plus teacher. 26 years if you divide among 26 people, each person will get 1 extra. So each person is increasing by 1. Average should also increase by 1. This is an alternate approach. So 16 plus 1, it has to be 17 years. Choice 5. Question number 2 on your screen, students. Average age of all the members of an organization is 36 years. We don't know how many members are there. All the members of an organization, average age is 36 years. If 4 new members whose average is 40 years join the organization, then the average becomes 37 years. This 37 years is average of after adding these 4 people. Let us say initially we don't know how many people are there. Let's say there are n people. How many members were there initially in that organization? We don't know how many members are there. N. N members average is 36. 4 new members whose average is 40 is added to the group. Then the new average becomes 37. That means this 37 years is average of how many people? N plus 4 people. Now what is the total age of these n people? N into 36. To this I am adding 4 people, their average is 40. Is equal to what is the total? 37 people average is n plus 4 people average is 37 years, means n plus 4 into 37. Is this clear? I'm just taking total age, right? So what's the total age of these n people? Average is sum of n numbers by n. Total is or sum of n numbers is nothing but average into n. 36 into n is total of this group. 4 people, average 40. What is the total age? 4 into 40, right? Is equal to this n plus 4 people average is 37. So what will be the total age? 37 n plus 4 into 37. So when you are adding these two total age, it must be equal to total age of this n plus 4 people. Now see here 36n plus 160 is equal to 37n plus 148. So students, n is equal to 160 minus 148, it is 12. So n is nothing but number of people in the group initially. How many people were present? 12 people. It is present in third option. It is present in third option. Now, let us look at the alternate approach. N people are there. N people are there. Their average is 36 years. 4 new people joined. 4 people joined. Their average is how much? 40 years. After these people joined, what is my overall average? 37. Overall average is 37. That means your average has increased by how much? 1 year. Because earlier it was 36. When I'm adding these 4 people, your overall average of the entire group is becoming 37. So actual 36, it has become 37, means average has increased by 1. When what do you mean by average has increased by 1? Each member in the group has increased by 1. Now see here, 4 people, let us say those people who have joined, their average is 40. I'll write like this, 36 plus 4. Let's say these 4 people average is 36. Your group average is 36. The new 4 people are getting added to the group, their average is 36. That means your overall average should be 36. It won't change. Already it is 36. The people who are joined to the getting added to the group, their average is also 36. That is, when the average is same, it will not vary. The overall average will be 36. When will it vary? When the group that is being added, if their average is more than the group average or less than the group average, then your average is going to change. Now see here, these 4 people, I am writing 40 as 36 plus 4. So how much more? They are carrying 4 more. 40 years average of these 4 people, they are carrying 4 more. One person is carrying 4 more. Like that I am having 4 people, 4 into 4. How many years extra they are taking to the group? They are taking 16 years more to the group. So this average of the group is 40. That is 36 plus 4. So I am saying each person is carrying 4 extra to the group, right? So each person is average 40 means each person, 4 people average is 40 means each one average is 40. So 36 plus 4, each one in the group is carrying 4 extra. So 4 people, 4 into 4, they are taking 16 extra. Now see here, average instead of 36, it has become 37. That means average has increased by 1. So that means each member in the group has increased by 1. This 16 years, if you give 1, 1, 1, 1, you can give to how many people? 16 people. So how many people are there in the group now? 16. When is this 16? This is 37 when I'm adding these 4. That means this n plus 4 people is 16. So initially how many people are there? 16 minus 4. It has to be 12 people. Third option. Using our same rule, I am trying to calculate oral approach, right? Alternative approach. You have to practice, then only you will be able to get hands-on experience with these kind of models. So n people average is 30, 4 people, if I am adding, their average is also 36. Let's say n people average is 36, 4 people I am adding, their average is 36. Group average will not change, it will be 36 only. But 4 people who I am adding, their average is 40. So how much more they are carrying? 4 more. 1 person 4 more means 4 people, 4 into 4, they are taking 16 years extra to the group. So that's 16 years. Now what is happening? 36 years, final average is 37, average has increased by 1. When will average increase by 1? We have studied this rule. Each quantity increased by P, average increased by P. So average increased by P, converse is true. Each quantity, each member has increased by P. So 16 years, you divide 1, 1, 1, 1, you distribute 1, 1, 16 chocolates, you give 1, 1 chocolate. To how many people you can give? 16 people. So there are 16 people. When are there 16 people? After adding these 4 people. Let's say n plus 4 is 16. I want initial number of people. There should be 12 students, right? Let us take up next question. Question number 3. Average weight of all the boys in a class is 52 kg. We don't know how many boys are there. Average weight is 52 kg. Let's say there are n boys in the class. right? After two boys with weights of 26 kg and 38 kg joined the class, the average weight of the class reduced by 2 kg. So reduced by 2 kg means initially 52 minus 2, the new average is how much? 50. Find the number of boys in the class after the two boys joined. It is not initial number of boys. They are asking number of boys in the class after two boys joined. Initially we are taking n. Two boys joined means he is asking you n plus 2 value is how much. We don't know initially how many people are there. That is, there are n people. Their average is 52. Two boys, there are n boys initially. Two boys with weights of 26 kg, 38 kg are joining the class. Then average weight of the class reduced by 2 kg. That means instead of 52 kg, then average is 50 kg. This average is average of how many people is 50 kg. This is an average of how many boys? N plus 2 boys. This is the new average. Find the number of boys in the class after the two boys joined. He's not asking initial number of boys. After the two boys joined, that means he's asking you n plus 2 is how much, right? Let us look at this solution. So total is how much? 52n. Sum is nothing but average into n. So 52n, right? Plus, I'm adding two boys, 26 kilos plus 38 kilos. How much is 26 plus 38? 64. I'm adding 64. This must be equal to total. Now I have n plus 2 people. After adding these two boys, their average is how much? 50. So into 50. So 52n plus 64 is equal to 50n plus 100. So 2n is equal to 36. N is equal to 18. So my question is not n. What is my question? After these two boys joined, so we need to find out n plus 2. So 18 plus 2, we have how many people? 20 people. Where are my options? So 20 is present in first option. Is this clear, students? Okay, I'll just 20 is in first option. I'll show you later. So take down this. Now, average weight of n people, the n boys, let us assume, is 52. Two boys joining 26 and 38 kilo. Average reduced by 2. 52 minus 2, average is 50. This is the average of how many boys? Initially n, after adding these two boys. So n plus 2 boys. Find the number of boys in the class after two boys joined. So we need to find out n plus 2 value. So what is the total here? Average 52 into n. Average into n is my sum of n numbers. So 52n plus these two boys joined, their total is 64 is equal to the total after the total of the group. Total of the group is n plus 2 boys, their average is 50. N plus 2 into 50. Solve this. You'll get n is equal to 18. We need to find out n plus 2. So 18 plus 2, 20. If you see here, it is present in the options here. It is present in first option. If you want, you can solve this question, pausing the video, then you can try this, or you can take a screenshot. Now, let us see this method. Now, let us solve this way. Now, two boys with weights of 26 and 38 joined the class. Now, n boys are there. Their n boys average is 52 kg. Two boys are joining. Boy 1 weight is 26. Boy 2 weight is how much? 38. When you compare, see, the point is, will your average change? Definitely my average will change, because the two people who are added to the group, their average, their average, their total, their ages are less than the group average. So definitely average will come down. So your average from 52 kilo has reduced by 2 kilo. That means 52 kgs has become 50 kgs. So your average has come down by how much? 2. Average is coming down by 2 means each member in the group is coming down by 2. Now see here, 26. So it is how much carrying how much less to the group? 26 less. 38. Average is 52. It is carrying 14 less. So overall 26 plus 14, both of them are carrying how much less to the group? 40 less to the group. Now friends, after adding these two people, your average is coming down by 2. That means each member in the group is coming down by 2. So how many people are there? It is as simple as this. I have given you 40 chocolates. You are giving 2 for each person. 2 chocolates per person. To how many people you can distribute? 40 by 2 you can distribute to 20 people. So how many people are there in the group now? I can say 20 people. After these two boys are joined, this is the total of n plus b1 plus b2. So total how many are there? 20 people are there in the group, right? Where you can distribute to how many people? 20 people. So there are 20 people. What is the question? Number of boys in the class after the two boys joined. After two boys joined, it will be 20. Initially, how many are there? Remove these two, it will be 18. So alternate approach, n boys, it is 52 kilo. Boy 1, 26 kilo. Boy 2, 38 kilo are getting added to the group. Now if you see here, the first boy is 26 less than the group average, the second boy's weight is 14 less than group average. When I'm adding these two, both of them together are 40 less than group average. Now when I observe here, when I'm adding these two guys, average is reduced by 2. That means your average 52 is becoming 50. That means average is dropping by how much? 2. Each quantity decreased by P, average decreased by P. So average decreased by P means each quantity is decreased by P. So this 40 is the drop. So you have to distribute 2, right? Each person is contributing 2. So 40 by 2. So there are 20 people in the group, right? If the question is initially how many are there, you have to remove 2 from this. 20 minus 2, it has to be 18. Right. Question number 4, students. Average of a certain number of observations is 40. We don't know how many observations are there. Certain number of observations. N observations is 40. When 2 observations, 27 and 42, are replaced with 84 and 36. Right. The average increased by 3. When will average increase by 3? Each member in the group is increasing by 3. Find the number of observations. Find the number of observations. See here, I'll tell you both approaches. From next question, we will take up directly the alternate approach to make you understand. So what is the total of these n observations? 40n. Right? Now what is happening? Average is increasing by 3. That means 40 plus 3, 43. Now what is happening is from this 40n, what is happening? I am removing these two observations, 27 and 42, with replacing with 84 and 36. So what is 84 plus 36 total? 120. 27 plus 42, how much? 69. So I am removing these two and replacing with this number. So instead of 69, I am removing sum of 69, sum of these two numbers, and replacing with 120. So how much extra I am carrying to the group? 51 extra I am carrying to the group. So 40n. So plus 51 is equal to my average is 43n. So 3n is equal to 51. N is equal to how much? 17. So how many people are there? There are number of, sorry, not people. How many observations are there? 17 observations. You got this point? 40n is my total. From this I am removing 2, I am replacing. So instead of writing lengthy method 40n minus of 27 plus 42, removing these two, adding 84 plus 36 divided by n is equal to new average 43. Instead of doing all this, I am adding 84 plus 36, 120 total. I am removing 27 and 42, 69. So what is happening? Overall, I am getting 51 extra. So I am adding 51 extra and taking the average. Then total is equal to average increasing by 3. So new average is 43 into n. So solve this, you will get n is equal to 17. So overall approach would be, if you see here, 84 plus 36, I am removing these two numbers and replacing with these two. So how much extra I am getting to the group? 51. Now you see here, average has increased by how much? 3. So when average is increasing by 3, what do you mean? Each member is increasing by 3. So you have 51 chocolates, you distribute among 3, you have to give each person 3. How many people you can give? 17 people. So how many observations are there? 17. If you combine these two, you can answer the question in one step. Instead of writing these two steps, single step will get the answer. So I'm removing those two observations, 69. I'm getting 2 observations, their total is 120. So 120 minus 69 means I'm getting how much extra to the group? 51 extra. As a result, what happened? Average increased by 3. Average increased by 3 means each quantity increased by P, average increased by P. Average increased by P means I can say each quantity increased by P. So average increased by 3 means each member or each observation is increasing by 3. So you have 51 chocolates. You have to give 3 chocolates. To how many people you can give 51 by 3? 17. So I can say there are 17 observations. Right? So you don't write this way, long methods or this method. Directly you can solve like this if you have hands-on experience with averages, right? So this is an alternate approach. Question number 5. The average marks of a class of 36 students in an examination are 68. If the marks of 3 students were misread as 32, 45, 56, instead of actual marks of 56, 69 and 80, then what would be the correct average? Now let us not get into the regular approach. Let us directly look at the alternate approach, right? So 36 into 68, don't get into all those. So I have misread. I have taken by mistake, I have taken these numbers. What are the marks I have taken as 32, 45, 56. Actually, we have to take 56, 69, 80. That means if you add these, 133, right? If you add these, 205. So these three numbers, actual numbers, we have to take these three, but by mistake we have taken the marks of three students as 32, 45, 56 instead of 56, 69, 80. That means, here students, when we replace these three with these three, so actually we have taken average. While calculating average, we are taking total as 133, but when we replace with these three, we are getting total as 205. So 205 minus 133, if I replace these three numbers with actual numbers, I am taking how much more to the group? 72 more to the group. When you are taking 72 more to the group, you have got 72 extra. This 72 you divide among people. How many people are there? 36 students are there. So each student will get how much extra? 2 extra. When each student is getting 2 extra, average will also increase by 2. So 68 plus 2, your average would become how much? 70. Average would become how much? 70. Got the point? Take down. No need to write any step, students. So 3 marks, I have to take them as 56, 69 and 80. By mistake, I have taken them as 32, 45, 56. So total is 133. I am removing these three, replacing with this actual. So actual total is 205. That means how much extra I am taking? 133 extra. So what is happening here? You are taking 72 more to the group. So 72 by 36, I am taking 2 more to the group. So each student is getting 2 marks extra. So average will also increase by 2. 68 plus 2, your average should become 70. Now, a little while I'll discuss this. Maybe look at these students. If you compare, no need to add this also. Let's see. 56, 56 nullified. So this is 149. This is how much? 77. So difference is 1. So instead of adding these three also, I can see here, compare 56, 56 gets cancelled. 45, 29. How much more? 24 more. 32 and 80, 48 more. So for 24 plus 48, 72 more. 72 among 36, it is 2. So I am talking about speed maths part. Instead of adding and again subtracting, 56, 56 nullified. 45 it is 24 more. Or 32, it is 32 and 80 if you compare, it is 48 more. 24 plus 48, 72 more. Now, I'll tell you one more point. Let us say this is done. This question is done. What happens is, let's say these are misread or by mistake you are taking it as this. Actually, we have to take this. This question is over. I am giving you one more thing. Actually, I have to take 32, 45, 56, but by mistake I have taken 56, 16 and 80. What will happen then? So what happens? I am replacing this with these three numbers with these three numbers. That means while calculating average, I have taken 205, but actually you have to take 133. That means I am removing 205, I am taking 133. I am taking how much less to the group? 72. When I am 72, I am dividing among 36 people. Each person will be reduced by how much? 2. When each person is reducing by 2, your average instead of 68 minus 2, it has to be 66. Just if you interchange the numbers, average will be, each person will reduce by 2, average will be 66. Just in case I am talking about, right? Let us take up next question. Question number 6. In a class, average weight of 40 students is calculated as 50.1 kg. Later, it was observed that weights of 3 particular students were wrongly recorded as 42.5, 50.25, 60.45 instead of 40.5, 60.25, 50.45. What's the correct average weight of the entire class? Now, don't get into adding all this here. 40, 1 second. Wrongly recorded. Wrongly recorded. What are the values wrongly recorded here? 42.5, right? 50.25. Third value 60.45. Actual values are, I have to take these values. Actual values are 40.5, the readings, 60.25 and 50.45. Now, students, what I am trying to tell you is don't add all these three, the method which are done, add these three, it is more, it is less, accordingly we will decrease. No, just here, observation, 50.25, 60.25. Now, if you compare, this is 10 more, right? 60.45, 50.45, this is 10 more. Now, I can say net balance is cancelled, nullified, 10 more here, 10 more here, it gets nullified. So, only this value is left out. Now, 42.5 is actually you have taken, wrongly you have taken, actually you have to take 40.5. That means you are taking overall how much more to the group, you are taking 2 more. So, if I replace 42.5 with 40.5, I have to reduce by how much? I have to reduce by, total will reduce by 2. 2, if you divide among 40 people, so how much it will be? each one will get reduced by 0.05. So 50.5 is my average, each one is decreasing by 0.05, average will also decrease by 0.05, so it will be 50.05, choice 2. Got the point? See, don't add all these three and see it is 2 less. When I replace with this with actual values, I am taking 2 overall group total is reducing by 2. Instead of doing that, if you observe this is 10 more, when you observe these two numbers, this is 10 more. So these values gets nullified. So 42.5, 40.5. If you replace 42.5 by 40.5, you are taking 2 less to the group. So you are taking 2 less to the group among 40 people. When you distribute the 2, each one is decreasing by 0.05. So average will also decrease by 0.05. So instead of getting into all those decimal calculations, I can say 50.05 is your answer. Question number 7, student. This is an easy question. Having seen so many examples, now you yourself can answer this question. Average marks of a student of a class was calculated as A. The correct average was A plus 5. So average is calculated as A, but the correct average is A plus 5. Right? That means average is increasing by how much? 5. When will average increase by 5? Each member is increasing by 5. The mistake in the calculation as a result of the marks 72 and 38 having been misread as 12 and 23. So misread as 12 and 23. That means I am taking as 35. Actual we have to take it as, take those numbers as 72 and 38. How much we have to take? 110 we have to take. So 110, if I replace these two with these two, 110 minus 35, we are taking how much extra to the group? 75. Now see, what is the question? Find the number of students in the class. This is slightly different. Earlier he is asking you to find what is the average number of people are given. Now number of people are not given, but I have a clue here. Average is A. When we are making this correction, my average is becoming A plus 5. That means average is increasing by how much? 5. When will average increase by 5? When each member in the class is increasing by 5. The marks of each member in the class is increasing by 5. Right? Now how much extra when I replacing these two wrong numbers with these actual numbers, how much extra I am taking to the group? 75. You have 75 chocolates. Condition is you have to give 5 chocolates to each student. To how many students you can give? 15 students. So I am carrying 75 marks extra to the group. Average is increasing by 5 means each student is getting 5 marks extra. So 75 by 5, there are how many students are there? 15 students in the group. So it is choice 3. This is an alternative approach. Directly we can answer the question. Question number 8 on your screen, students. The average of 10 two-digit numbers. How many two-digit numbers are there? 10 two-digit numbers is decreased by 2.7 when the digits of the numbers are interchanged. What's the difference between digits of that number? Now here, I'll tell you. What's directly? Let us not get into actual calculation. I'll tell you the shortcut or alternate approach to solve this question. Average of 10 two-digit numbers is decreased by 2.7. When average is decreased by 2.7, total decrease is how much? 2.7 average into total means 10 numbers or 10 numbers are there. 2.7 into 10, total decrease is 27. When is this total decreasing by 27? When the digits of one of the numbers are interchanged. That means xy is my number. I am interchanging the digits means I am taking it as yx. Right, so what's the value of this number? Don't say xy is the value. What's the value of this number? Value of this number is 10x plus y. This is units position, this is tens position, right? So 10x plus y. What's the value of this number? Units position, tens position, 10y plus x. When you are interchanging the digits, the average is coming down by 27. That means this number is 27 less than this number. Or I can say the difference between the values of these two numbers is 27. So 10x minus x is 9x. Y minus 10y is 9y is equal to 27. Sorry. If I take 9 common, 9 into x minus y is 27. 9 goes 3 times. What is the question? Find the difference between digits of that number. I am taking number as x and y. Difference between x and y is 3. It is present in 5th option. I'll explain once again. Just go through this. Now 10 two-digit numbers are there. Their average has decreased by 2.7 when the digits of one of the numbers are interchanged. So instead of xy, we are making digits, interchanging the digits. We are taking that number as yx. the average is dropping by 2.7. That means total decrease is how much? And 10 numbers average 2.7 decrease means total means 2.7 into 10, 27 decrease. When is my total coming down by 27? When I am interchanging the digits. Instead of xy, I am taking the number as yx. So when I am reversing the digits, the value of that number is less than the actual value of the number by 27. So value is 10x plus y minus the value of this number is 10y plus x is 27. We get x minus y is 3. The difference between the digits we want, it is 3. Right? Next question, students. Average age of 11 persons sitting in a row is 54 years. Average age of first 5 persons is 62 years. And average age of last 5 persons is 45 years. Okay. Find the age of the person sitting in the middle. I'll tell you I will discuss both the methods. Let us see here. Solution. What is total age of 11 persons? Total age of 11 persons. 54 into 11, 594. 54 into 10, 540 plus 54, or you know shortcut, right? 11 multiple. Put a 0 here. 4 plus 0, 4. 5 plus 4, 9. 0 plus 5 is 5. We'll get 594. Now, average age of 5 persons is 62 years. So, what is the total age of those 5 persons? 62 into 5, right? First 5 persons. First 5 persons. Average into ends. How much? 310. Last 5 persons total. Last 5 persons 45 into 5 people 225. Add this 535. So first 5 persons, last 5 persons total we have 10 people total 535, 11 people total 594. 594 minus 535, the difference is 59. This is the age of what you call the age of the middle person. It is present in third option. Got the question? I am taking total age of 11 people as 54 years. 54, average is 54. Total age of 11 people will be 54 into 11, 594. Average of first 5 people is 62. So total is 62 into 5, 310. Last 5 average is 45. Total is 45 into 5, 225. Add this 535. I am getting 10 people total. So 594 minus 535. Difference is how much? 59. That is a leftover person. That's a middle person's age is 59 years. Now, what is an alternate approach to this? Let us look at this. Let us look at the alternate approach. You see here, students. 11 persons. Average is how much? 54 years. Right? So, first 5 persons. Oral, if you want, you can try this. 62 years. So this is how much more? 8 more. Okay. Last 5 persons. 45 years. How much less than the group average? 9 less. So first 5 people is 8 more. So 5 into 8, 40 more. Last 5 persons will be 9 less. 5 into 9, 45 less. So overall average of the group is how much less? 5 less. The first 5 people for 40 more, last 5 people 45 less. So overall will be 5 less. So the middle person's age should be definitely you have to maintain your average as 54 because average of the group is 54. So should be 54 plus it should cover the deficiency of 5. So it has to be 59 years. Right? It has to be average is maintaining at 54 means definitely is 54 plus whatever is deficiency among these 10 people, how much is deficient? 5 is less, right? That 5 also it has to cover 54 plus by 59. Now let us say if it is reverse, your question is over. Now let us say you got 40 less for the first 5 people, last 5 people you got let's say you got 50 more. Let us say how much more you are getting to the group? 10 more you are getting to the group, right? So otherwise you say the last 5 people is 50 more. So what will happen? You will get total 10 more. If you are getting 10 more, what will happen here? Your age of the other person should be 54. It is 10 more. No, you have to remove that 10. His age should be 44. You got this point. Let's say first 5 people is 40 less. The last 5 people is 50 more total age. Then 40 less 54 means overall it is how much more? 10 more. So the last person, you have to maintain your average as 54. The middle person should be 54. It is 10 extra, no? You have to remove the 10 extra. So it will be 44 years. Right? Next question, 10th one. 4 years ago, the average age of father and his son was 28 years. This is a good question, student. Just focus here. 4 years ago, average of father and son is 28 years. After 16 years, the average age of father and double the age of son would be 64 years. What's the present age of the son? First, I'll explain you the detailed solution. Then I'll tell you the logical approach or alternative approach. 4 years ago, let's say the present ages of father be F and son be S. Present age of father be F, son be S. 4 years ago, average of father and son is 28 years. So present average will be F plus S by 2. Now it should be 32. Present average. So from this I can say F plus S is equal to 64. Yes, 4 years ago average of father and son is 28 years, right? So 4 years ago it is 28 means after 4 years father will increase by 4, father's age will increase by 4, son's age increase by 4. So total age will increase by 4. So it has to be 32. So F plus S by 2 is 32, F plus S is 64. Now here after 16 years, the average age of the father and double the age of son. After 16 years, what is father's age? F plus 16. Plus what will be son's age? S plus 16 after 16 years, right? After 16 years, father's age is F plus 16. So father's age F plus 16 plus doubles the son's age would be 64 years. Average 2 times of S plus 16 by 2 is equal to 64 years. So F plus 16 plus 2S plus 32 is equal to 128. From this I can say F plus 2S is equal to 128 minus 48, 80. That's my first equation. That's my second equation. Solve these two. F plus S is equal to 64. F plus 2S is equal to 80. Subtract. Father will get cancelled. S is equal to 60. What's the question? Present age of son's age. Son's present age is how much? 16 years. This is a regular approach. The same thing we can solve like this logical approach. Now here. After 16 years, the average, this is important. After 16 years, the average age of father and son, or double the age of son would be 64 years. Now see here, students. If you think logically, you can answer like this. Right? What is present average of father and son? F plus S by 2 is 32. Because 4 years ago, average of father and son is 28 means after 4 years means father's age will increase by 4, son's age increase by 4. So average will also increase by 4. So present ages of father and son, if you take as F and S, so present average will be F plus S by 2 is equal to how much? 32 years. Now after 16 years, average age of, this is important, after 16 years, average age of father and double the age of son is 64 years. Now friends, you tell me, after 16 years, what should be the average age of father and son? Father will increase by 16, son will increase by 16. So average should also increase by 16. Now it is 32. After 16 years, 32 plus 16, it has to be 48. You got the point? 4 years ago, if it is 28, what is the present average? Father's age will increase by 4, son's age will increase by 4, average will also increase by 4. So we are saying F plus S by 2 is 32. Now present average is 32. After 16 years, you forget this question. After 16 years, you don't look at here. Father and double the age of son. Let us keep it aside for the sum for time being. Let us say after 16 years, you tell me father's plus son's average will be how much? After 16 years means father's age will increase by 16, son's age will increase by 16. Then average should also increase by 16. 32 plus 16, it has to be 48. But age, it is given as how much? 64. So 64 minus 48, how much extra we are getting? 16 extra. Why we are getting 16 extra? After 16 years, I am taking father, but I am taking double the age of son. It is 2 times the age of son. That means instead of 1 son, I am taking 2 times. That means the 16 years is nothing but age of the son logically I can say second option is my answer. You got the point? Present average 32. After 16 years means father will increase by 16, son will increase by 16, total should also increase by 16. It has to be 48. But how much is given? 64. How much extra you are getting? 16. Why you are getting 16 extra? Because after 16 years, I am taking father and double the age of son. So whatever extra I am getting, that is because I am taking, instead of 1 s, I am taking double means 2 s, right? S plus s. That 16 extra is nothing but because of that 1 extra s, son's age. So son's age will be 16. Logically, instead of framing so many equations, solving them in one step, I can answer just like that, logical approach. Right? So I am saying questions definitely will be easy if you understand this concept. See, whatever questions we have discussed revolves around our basic formula and basic points which were discussed in the first 15 minutes of the session. So, right, students, hope you understood this. Practice more number of questions. If you want to get these logical approaches, alternate approaches, you have to practice more. Right? So the concept is same, but you have to take more number of questions and average and practice. Then you will be able to do much faster than what I am doing. Definitely, I am sure about that, right? Because all of your youngsters, your reflexes should be much more faster. Right, students? We will stop here. Stay home, stay safe, prepare with time classes. Thank you so much.